Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Thursday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go up to our friends up in Brisbane and speak with the defending QAFLW champions. And of course, that is Yeronga Sth Brisbane. And at the moment, they're sitting in the top four at the moment because they've got a pretty big game this weekend to stay in the top four at the moment. And of course, we've got three very special guests joining us right now to tell us all about it. Thanks all three for joining us.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
I'll get all three to introduce yourselves and tell us what position you all play on the field.
You go first.
Okay. My name is Mia Walsh and I play in the back line, usually fullback or halfback.
My name is Nochester, aka Weapon, as some of my teammates call me. I play in the halfback. They put me in the mid when I'm needed, but I'm more of a halfback kind of kid.
And I'm Lucy Bellinger, and this year I play in the back lines alongside these two. So just following whatever they do, really. But yeah.
I guess firstly, my question is, how's the pressure been like being the defending champs and being the hunted this year?
Yeah, look, I think definitely everybody wants to beat the reigning champions. I feel this year at the start, possibly we felt a lot of that, but I think we're kind of just really excited as a team to find our own groove this year, and to just kind of come together as a team every year. You get new girls in, there's movement amongst the two teams, so it's just about us finding our feet again. And I think overall we haven't really expressed a lot of that pressure, and we've just stayed really positive about trying to play our game again, and it's a totally new season.
Only in the top four at the moment after last week. Even though I think it was a bit of a hiccup last week, for your team. But tell us, how's it been like? And I think, don't you have some AFLW players coming back this week?
Yeah, I think so. That's the plan. I think a few of the QAFL clubs will get some new girls coming in this week from AFLW, which is always good. So they've started back training with us, and that will give us a bit of extra run and just some more experience into a pretty new team. So we're really looking forward to having those girls back this weekend.
How good is it to, still be in the top four, considering you've lost, obviously, a lot of the AFLW players for the first half of the year, and still be in the top four and still got that chance of snatching probably second at this stage, considering Bon Uni is streaking ahead at the top.
Yeah, look, I think I'm really comfortable with where we're sitting at the moment, fourth. I think even last year we were probably in a similar position. And I think it's this back end of the season that where we really start to gel together. We learn how we play. Yes, it adds so much value to have the AFLW girls, but I just think as collectively as a team, we've been able to learn each other's skill set and work together, and I'm so confident that we're on the up at the right time. And that's, as last year proved, that's all you need to do. Get into finals and it's anyone's game.
Now, the one thing I love about your club in particular, and it showed again, I think would have been early this week when the Premiership AFLW team came back to obviously start their first week of training, which I think was on a junior training night, I'm pretty sure, if my memory serves me correct. I guess, how good was it, and what was the reception like, not just by the juniors, but by as a team as a whole, to have the AFLW players back?
Yeah, it was awesome. Like you would have seen on the video, all of our juniors welcomed in with a guard of honour, and that includes the Sun players as well. So both Lions and Suns girls got to come through, and those little kids can see what they're aspiring to be like, and we have such good role models here who are part of the AFLW system, and they embraced it super well, and we're just really humbled by it. But yeah, having that experience come back into our team too is priceless. We are quite a new team, like we've had quite a bit of turnover from last year. So just getting some girls that have played a few more games come back just helps us settle those nerves, and also just helps us kind of find those missing links that we've had over the first half of the season. So yeah.
How's the preparations like going into this weekend's critical game for your team?
It's going pretty well. Like, we're not too pressured. I know we did burst in the grand final last year, but I think just staying positive is just a key thing for us, really. And I reckon we'll come on pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm feeling really good. Everyone's looking in a really good position, and just enjoying football. And I think when you're enjoying football, you play well.
Are you surprised the way the competition has been this year, considering it's pretty close between everyone except for Bond, who's 3 games clear on top? But other than that, are you surprised the way everyone's been pretty close, especially the improvement of Asprey in particular?
Yeah, I actually think it's a fantastic thing to have more of a level playing field. There's been a huge amount of movement of players amongst the QAFL clubs and new players coming in and out. And, at the start of the season, I think nobody actually knew what to expect. It was, you couldn't just guarantee that, we're playing that team, we know that we'll beat them every time. There was none of that, which made it a really exciting season, I think. Obviously, Bond is streaming ahead, but it's really, middle heavy and it's anyone's game. So as we know from last year, Bond, they play so well throughout the season and they appear to be this unattainable kind of club that nobody can catch. But we all seem to rise to the occasion, and all the clubs, I think it's anyone's chance, honestly.
I think it's good that it's unpredictable as well. You don't want to see some teams like giving up kind of thing, and with them coming up with a few wins, it's good to see that it's anyone's game. They're not really downing on themselves. I think it's good because of the positivity that's coming through.
Yeah, totally. UQ looking fantastic as well. Astley, and I think it's just really great for all clubs to get a chance to get some wins on the board as well.
Now, I believe the Queensland team got announced in the under, hopefully someone can quote me correctly, the youth girls, the under 20, 23s, I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. But I believe, Christine, do you get selected in the Queensland team, if my memory serves me correct?
Yeah, I got selected, so I think it's a pretty good opportunity for me to, show some of the, not spectators, what do you call them? The scouts? Yeah. That's what you call it. I think it would be a good opportunity to show them what I've got. But so I'm pretty keen with this team this year as well. Congrats to all the other girls who are watching. But
Was it the under 19s?
Oh yeah, under 19s, yeah.
What does that mean to you, Christine, to represent Queensland?
I've got to be honest, I'm actually a New South supporter. so it's pretty funny now. I think representing Queensland, it just means a lot because most of my family and up here, it's not only representing my state, but family and friends, my club as well. So just wear with pride.
Now, do you have any fellow Yeronga Sth Brisbane players in that team?
No, I don't. I think I'm the only one. Yeah. So you got to rep that Queensland jersey hard.
Yeah.
Now, Lucy and me, I need to ask you this question. How special is to have Christine in the team, especially to see her achieve like that with the Queensland representation?
Yeah, amazing. Christine is just such a humble person, even though, we all know how capable and how amazing she is at footy, hence the nickname Weapon, because she just is a weapon in our team. We've missed her the last couple of weeks because she has been doing state, games and trials and things like that. So we miss her off the half-back and just a bit of body through the midfield. But, so we're all super proud of what she's been able to accomplish this year. And I think we all know that it's just the beginning for someone like her as well. So she's got a long way to go, which is really exciting.
Definitely. Watch this space.
Yeah. Now, how did all you get involved in footy, and why did you choose it? Mia, you don't have to answer this question because you answered it already.
I started footy when I was 5, so in primary school. My dad got me into that. Pretty much kicked the footy every night after school for the first 10 years of my life, and then I gave it a break in high school because back then there wasn't really a pathway to keep going, and then I got back into it when I was 21, and I've just always loved the sport. When I haven't been playing, I've been a diehard Pro supporter, so always going to their games with Dad, and up here always going to the Lions games. And it's just, I think it's just part of, how I was brought up. So that's the main reason that I got into it, was just all my surroundings and family and friends that love footy as well.
Yeah, so I started playing footy when I was pretty young for Forest Lake Dragons. Then I stopped for a bit because, just like Lucy said, there wasn't really a pathway for women's back then. But then I played league for a while, so my heart was in that for ages. And then my dad told me to go back into AFL because I seem to like kicking the footy in rugby a lot. So yeah, he noticed that, so I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. Give it a go again. I was really hesitant in coming back because I really love rugby league. But then coming into it, meeting the Yeronga fan and my Springfield family, who I haven't seen in a while, but I hope they're well. But yeah, just like the community and like the love for the people is what got me to keep going as well. So yeah.
Now, what will be some highlights throughout all your football journeys? I'm assuming Premiership is one of them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think that's, for my short football career, that's been it's the ultimate, I guess. And I think a lot of people, might think, oh, well, where to from there? But it's about how you can build upon that and keep your team so strong and so positive and come back from winning a premiership again. And who knows what's going to happen this year?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, these guys have got a lot of experience in playing football, so I'm leaning on that as well.
Highlight?
Yeah.
I think one of my highlights, it's just meeting the people in footy. It's amazing to see the different people that you meet in footy, and I think I'm a kid who likes to stay home and do nothing. So I didn't really play alongside the team with the premiership, so I can't say that I won the premiership because I technically didn't. But I think my highlight is just meeting people.
Yeah, I agree. I think that seeing the way that the game has developed since I've come back into it being 21 to what it is now, almost 8 years later, it's just amazing. So that's a huge highlight, just to see how much it's grown and how popular it is now. Obviously winning the premiership, and then personally getting to play a game with the Lions as well was something that I will be forever grateful for. Probably those three things all mixed together.
And what does the sport of football mean to all of you, especially being at Yeronga Sth Brisbane?
I can't say it's everything to me, but it's played a big role in my life. Really, footy is one of the things that, I don't know, it just means a lot, but not that much compared to some of the things in my life. But it's played a big role in my life to beating me. I think she was one of the most welcoming people. I didn't know she was captain, but it's just, I don't have any words really. It's just
I think the same thing really. It's just the way the community feel in footy, and how much everybody gets around. All of the new girls that come in, which was me last year, coming from Adelaide, not really knowing anybody here at Yeronga, and then just seeing these smiley faces that just bring you in, and these are all my best mates up here now. So, and that's kind of been a trend at any club that I've played at. You just immerse yourself in the playing group and you just become best friends with everybody. So, and I think especially here at Yeronga, the culture that we've all started to build on is just phenomenal. So it's fun to be a part of, it's inclusive, and you just make friends for life doing this, and it couldn't be any better really.
Yeah, I agree with what Lucy was saying about, what footy can bring you on the park is just as important as off the park, and it's those friendships that we're such a close knit, and we're together doing something amazing, but at the same time we know that there are bigger things away from football, but we're there for each other for those things. So we're really good at kind of picking up when someone's low, and just being there off the field I think is really important. And that's what Yeronga brings, that's your footy family. So if you I don't have family up here in Brisbane, and my husband's family are interstate as well, so it's the people that you surround yourselves in that are kind of local family.
Now, what will be your advice to people out there that should get involved in footy, especially that Yeronga Sth Brisbane? That's not just seniors, but juniors, because I know Lucy and Mia are junior coaches.
Yeah, I would just say come and give it a try, because I dare you to try it and not want to come back.
Yeah.
You know, it's so fun. It's the best sport. It's especially for juniors. I'm, you know, from a soccer background originally, but just the level of skill acquisition that kids can get by playing AFL, I think is enormous. So it's a brilliant sport. It's so fun.
I think I'd say just be brave and take that step to come out to a club, even if you don't know anybody, just take that first step. And then as soon as you have that one session, like Mia said, you'll come back for more. But it's just, you know, believing in yourself enough to actually go in and meet a whole lot of new people and push yourself just a little bit to get a massive reward in actually being part of a footy club. So
Finish on a couple of light-hearted questions about your teammates. Firstly, who had the most embarrassing moment on the field through the first 8 rounds?
I've been barely been here, so that's a huge
I think Kingy, was it last week? One
Yeah.
of our teammates, Kingy, kicked it at least a good 35, 40 metres in the wrong direction, and then ran to follow it up. We're going that way.
I think it was even in the fourth quarter. It wasn't
Yeah.
like, which way are we going? I think you just head was spinning for a moment. She had a lapse of concentration.
Yeah, so that was pretty funny. We've definitely brought that up a few times with her. And maybe Lex's pre-goal celebration. So
Oh yeah.
Lexi had an awesome kick on the boundary, and she's just turned away and already started to celebrate. And it's had a really bad bounce and gone back into the field. So there was no score, but she was too busy celebrating to know.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
one.
probably the 2 best ones from this year, I reckon.
Yeah, they one more was Elle.
Oh.
The other day, it was the AFLW grand final, and so everybody had a bye. And she had looked 1 week ahead and thought we were playing at Cooperoo, and rocked up at Cooperoo there, and there's no game, but all the Cooperoo girls were watching the AFLW grand final in the sheds. She's like, hi. Anyway, they all just welcomed her in, and she sent us a selfie of her watching it with all the Cooperoo girls.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now, I have to ask this one. Who's the comedian, the best singer, the best dancer, and into their TikToks?
Best dancer would definitely be Killer. Camilla Burnett.
Flexibility is
Yeah.
on point.
Very flexible and
Used to be a dancer.
yeah, just knows how to move on the dance floor.
Yeah.
We probably could take some lessons from her. Really, she's very good. What about the other
Comedian, yeah,
Clarence.
as an unintentional?
Yeah.
Usually it's like I would her or I her. So yeah. Abby's in a band, so probably.
Abby Ashley. Yeah, she's in a band.
TikToks. We haven't had many TikTok dudes.
I'm too old for TikTok.
Or it would be like Billy Baker or Jada or something. Yeah, a couple of the younger girls, I reckon, get around the TikToks. But not us, I don't think. Yeah.
Well, actually,
You know,
I like doing TikToks. They're pretty fun.
We'll finish up with this last 3 before you go into training tonight, which is, do either of you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
I usually like to clean my boots on game day, and always wear the same boots. And that's just kind of in my head. So I'll pick one from this season and stick with those. And every game day I clean them thoroughly. But that's about it really for me. What about you guys?
I just realized I like eating hot chips like
before the game.
yeah, like 4 hours actually like before the game. Obviously I'm gonna puke right before the game. So I like having hot chips in the afternoon. And I do a little prayer before I go out. I'm a Christian, so yeah, I do a little prayer before I go out.
Yeah, mine's probably, it's always a bit chaotic before games with
3
3
kids.
kids. But I think my biggest thing is just I try and eat a chicken wrap for lunch or before the game every time. Like a barbecue chicken wrap. We go to the shops, get a chicken and wrap and salad, and that's my I feel like, yeah, I got it in me because I've got a chicken wrap.
Yeah.
Now, Christine, this question particularly goes to you. Obviously, we are your play sponsor in 2021. How special to have a play sponsor like Smash FM down here in Melbourne?
It's pretty cool, like someone from outside of Queensland supporting me. I legit thought you were in Queensland this whole time. But even that, like, having a sponsor from here is pretty cool. Like, New South Wales would have been preferred, but, you know, Melbourne's pretty good too. At least I know someone down there, so it's pretty mad.
Now, of course, well, either you can answer my next question, which is now I know, as I can see Christine's wearing right now, and of course I'm wearing as well. Of course, the tops, the warm-up tops. Of course, hang on, which side? My side on this one. But how you must all give how important your sponsors are as a team, and you might as well give them a shout out if you can read them all.
Oh, well, we might have to spin around to give them all a shout out, but honestly, if you just want to stand up, I won't shout out all of them, but honestly, this, if you can see it, all of these people make it happen. Like, from our apparel to S&C to allowing people to come onto the field and actually play. We've got a lot of young players out there, and you know, to assist with fees, equipment, just everything, physio. We can't thank them enough. We wouldn't be on the park if it wasn't for all of you guys. So, you know, there's a huge amount of shout outs there, and I just wanted to say that on behalf of Yeronga, like, we appreciate all of our sponsors immensely.
Well, we're very happy to be a sponsor there at Yeronga Sth Brisbane, of course, been on the warm-up top and obviously been a play sponsor for you, Christine. Obviously, wearing this pretty proud down here in Melbourne, obviously, as you can see on my left, I'll get it right in my directions. Of course, we've got, of course, that jersey behind us, and best of luck. We can't wait to come up to Queensland, hopefully in about June, of course, just in time for the last round of the season, and let's hope by then you start chasing for at least the top 2 spot and get that important double chance.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Will. But we look forward to seeing you. Yeah, we'll be up there. We'll be doing it.
Is Mia, Lucy, and Christine there join us from the Yeronga Sth Brisbane, of course, QAFLW team. Of course, we'll put all the details up on their next game this weekend, of course, for all the details there. There's more on the Smashboard Show right after this. Don't go away here on the Thursday edition.